Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. Mwah. This is going to be another pick a card reading. This is going to be what was your past life, okay? Originally, I was going to do what was your past life with this person. I think I'll hold off on that, and I'm going to do something a little different. I know I've been getting a lot of requests for things that aren't love related, so I figured I would definitely do a follow-up on a love pick a card, but for now, this is for the people who want something that isn't so love related. I just want to say, wow, I read your comments in my community page and I start cracking up. You guys are really funny. I just want to thank you so much for bringing your brilliance, bringing your humor. It really makes my day. So, with that being said, this is going to be, again, your past life reading. Pick a card. For those of you who are new to my channel, I am a psychic medium. I read tarot intuitively. I start with the channeled message, and then I move into the description of the cards. I am clairvoyant. I am clairaudient. I am a medium. I do offer mediumship-based readings, you guys. I do connect with people who have passed on and your pets as well. That's priced a little bit differently. So ask me about pricing, okay? Because that's going to definitely be a different price, okay? Perfect. So for those of you who have donated to my channel, my goodness, mwah, I'm so eternally grateful for you guys. Thank you. I do have my Amazon tarot wish list at the bottom in the description box. If you guys would like to donate, I'd prefer you guys to send me a deck just because I want to use new decks for our channel, okay? And as I get them, I will showcase them. So, check out my Instagram. I have testimonials, reviews. I do pick a card readings right now. I've been doing a lot of manifestation tips. I do offer little tips here and there. Sometimes I post resources in terms of books, you know, just a bunch of random cool stuff, empowering quotes. So check me out. If you guys have emailed me about a personal reading and I have not gotten back, please be patient with me. That just means I'm booked. Give me some time to get back to you, and I promise I will get back to you. The fastest way to get a hold of me, you guys, is through Instagram. My email's crazy, okay? It's a hit or miss on my email. So definitely, you know, reach out via Instagram. Also, if you have not heard from me past your due date, please reach out. It's okay to reach out. Talk to me. Let's communicate. I don't do refunds. Let's just talk it out. Let's work it out with each other. You know, I'm human. You're human. I like to have human connections. So if we end on a bad note, I mean, that's just gonna kind of like strain our relationship. So let's talk about it, okay? I'm open to communication. You know, I talk to you guys. I don't shy away from that. So perfect. Let's go ahead and jump in to your deck choice. This is going to be, let me go ahead and timestamp this for you guys. Okay. Deck number 1, the Golden Universal Tarot. Deck number 2, the Botticelli. Deck number 3, the Goddess Tarot. Take a deep breath, you guys. Think about your past life and choose a deck. If you need more time, pause the video. Let's get started, okay? Deck 1, Golden Universal. Okay, pile 1. I am going to use a deck that I was able to buy with the donation money that you guys provided with me. And this is going to be the, I think it's the Karma cards. But I love this deck. It's really cute. And I'm going to get some placements to see what's going on with the past life. I'm going to use the past life Doreen Virtue. It's an OOP deck, meaning out of print, but it's a great deck. So let's get started. Let's talk about your past life. Who were you in a past life? Let's see. Let's channel a message. I'm hearing the words victory. A lot of you guys had a very prominent position in your community. There was a lot of dispersing finances, a lot of giving away finances. There was a lot of delegation. So you guys, for pile 1, you were definitely in a position of power is what I'm getting. Your most recent life, you were in a Native American tribe, but I feel like you had a position of power. So within your community, which my vision was describing, you were someone who delegated specific tasks in your community. So even within Native American tribes, there is a hierarchy of power. Okay, so you have an elder, you have someone, a medicine man, a medicine woman, like you have different levels of what you bring to the table, of what you share with your community. I'm hearing establishing order. Some of you guys in a past life really experienced, past life energy, please. You experienced a very oppressive energy in regards to your family, okay? I feel like your biggest challenge, your biggest karma for this pile was about your family. I feel like there was an excessive amount of demands, and what I am getting, the energy here psychically, I'm getting a vision that you guys definitely had a split in the family due to greediness. There was a lot of greed in your family. There was a lot of people wanting what you had. There was a lot of people in your extended family who wanted your position, who wanted your gold, your finances, your status, your power. And because you guys, for pile 1, you were like the emperor in your tribe, I feel like this really made you sad because, you know, despite the times, you guys lived in a time where there was a lot, I'm hearing treachery within the family, okay? So you definitely lived during a time where there was a lot of power struggles within your family. And despite this, you did feel, you felt very restricted. You felt restricted because you always felt like you had to protect yourself, okay? You always felt like there was an issue with someone wanting what you have. And this is something that's very prominent in your life now. Your past life, there was a lot of pressure to give to greedy family members, or to give something without wanting to give it, not because you were selfish, but because people around you were selfish. Some of you guys have a bear as a spirit animal totem. I'm getting a vision of a bear here. An owl. Your mother in this past life, your mother did not make it. Your mother passed away very early, and a lot of you guys were male. Whether you're female or male, it doesn't matter. A lot of you guys were male in this past life, and you really mourned her death because your mother in this past life was someone who guided you. Without her, it almost feels like there was a distortion in power. Like, that's where your family fell apart, okay? So in this life, you may have a lot of issues surrounding a missing parent. We'll get to that, though. We're still figuring out what your past life was all about. I'm hearing foundation, building a foundation that required a lot of honesty away from the behaviors that your family, you know, exuded. Unfortunately, your family were people who were very interested in gold at anyone's cost, at a life. They didn't care. They didn't care. They just wanted to get rich. You, on the other hand, were that one person in the family who had morality and you had a soul, you know? So it was like a very challenging situation for you to be in because of this. There were so many differences. Past life energy. Pile 1. I'm hearing exclusion. So I feel like a lot of you guys took decisions that excluded you from your tribe. Past life. There was a lot of pain surrounding the mother, you guys. A lot of pain surrounding that mother energy. So in this current life, you guys most likely have a huge transformation around your mother. What is the purpose of incarnation here? What is the purpose of incarnation through this past life? Wow. A lot of you guys kind of were very, I would say, very kind as well. You didn't really, you lacked that viciousness, I would say, that your family in your past life lacked. So, I'm sorry, that they had, you lacked that. You were very humanitarian. You were very loving and very giving. And so, I feel like a lot of people took advantage of that, okay? There was definitely, in this incarnation, there is a wound surrounding the feminine. So, keep that in mind. So with the 5th house, okay, in your past life, there's definitely, again, an innocence about you with that Neptune energy. Neptune is all about illusions, and it could be very deceptive. It could be very self-deceptive. So there was a lot of illusions surrounding your childhood as well, because of this missing mother. And with this Cancer energy, again, emphasizing the moon, the mother, the maternal energy, you really had to sacrifice a lot of your youth, a lot of your energy to try to step into a power of in leadership. You guys really stepped into your power in terms of being a leader, okay? So you guys were definitely male in a past life, very masculine, but with a very inner child, like a very tender, you know, playful side. Some of you guys may have been Cancers or Pisces in a past life. Past life energy. I'm telling you, my intuition don't lie. You guys were breaking tradition. You guys literally in this past life, you were breaking from tradition. And some of you guys were definitely always surrounded by battle because of this. Because a lot of you guys were really trying to give. You were trying to, you know, give to humanity. You were trying to nurture people around you, and this was unacceptable. Again, the whole hierarchy of power. It's like there was an expectation for you to collect money, to collect debt. But in turn, it's like people really loved you because you were very loving to them, to your community, okay? So how is this affecting you in your current life? Again, the biggest energy here is surrounding mother. There's going to be a lot of healing surrounding mother. And also, a lot of healing surrounding your own personal beliefs. You may also suffer from having maybe a lack of self-esteem when it comes to money as well because of this past life energy. You may suffer from not really knowing your worth or not really trusting yourself. Finances will definitely be good for you, but your mindset, you may manifest negatively from a place of your past life karma. What was the past life karma here? What is this current incarnation teaching you? I'm hearing freedom of expression, so being able to freely express yourself as well with that Page of Swords. Wow. what did I say? There's such a oddly enough, despite you being an emperor in this past life, your energy now, you shy away from the center. You shy away from being in your power or being in the public eye. Your soul remembers that. Your soul remembers being out in the open and really having a platform. But again, because of the sense of oppression and the negativity that came with that, you're afraid to allow yourself to be free. So you are someone who will always worry about what people think about you, especially in public. Gemini, it's really important for you guys to express yourself. This is how you're going to clear out your karma. The only way you're going to clear out your karma is through self-expression of authenticity. If you can't be authentic, you're going to have issues. Scorpio, 8th house, both ruled by Pluto. Take the pain that you experience. Your soul remembers this because you, pile 1, have issues surrounding family, the father, the mother, and control. People in this pile, you will notice throughout your life, if you really take stock of your evolution throughout your childhood, throughout your adulthood, there was always someone telling you how to do things. Especially when it came to money, there may have been an overemphasis on, well, if you don't have enough money, you ain't shit kind of deal. So if you don't make it big, in this world and you don't have money, then you don't mean anything. There was a very negative perception around status, family, money, and high expectations for you. People wanted to control your environment is what I'm getting. So part of your incarnation is to free yourself from this. Free yourself from feeling bound to what you think you should be doing because of your parents, because of your friends, and step into your power. You have to step into your confidence. You let people minimize you in a past life and they dimmed your light because publicly there was an embarrassment that you weren't a leader is what I'm hearing. So there's something about leadership that really like it hits home with you. Okay, all right, great. That was pile 1. Let's move on to pile 2. Let me know if it resonates to you guys. Pile 2, let's look at your past life. Who were you? What was the issue? What are you learning about your evolution? Wow. Pile 2. A lot of you guys were inventors. You guys were very quirky. I'm not going to be surprised if I see a Uranus card here or an Aquarius card because you guys were very quirky. You guys were scientists. You guys were people who really wanted to work on expanding humanity. There's a lot of mixing and blending energies here. So in this current life, you actually may be very interested in science, chemistry, biology, or things where I'm getting the sciences where you have to research. A lot of you guys are really interested in that, or you're very curious people. You like to ask a lot of questions. This is an extension of your past life, your most recent life. Past life for pile 2. So a lot of you guys have incarnated with a lot of wisdom in terms of your love life, okay? But here's what I'm getting. Your past life was so filled with a relationship that hindered your actual growth. Your past life surrounded an energy of you being limited to education, you being limited to your freedom, all because you were married very young. Some of you guys were definitely feminines or masculines. I'm not too sure. I mean, I had a vision of a feminine energy, but that doesn't really matter. A lot of you guys wanted to be free, okay? I'm getting an energy that a lot of you guys really wanted to be free. And you wanted to go pursue your dreams. A lot of you guys wanted to go to school. You wanted to learn. You wanted to educate yourself. You wanted to be independent. You wanted to stand in your own power. You wanted to be free is what I'm hearing. Point blank. Like you just wanted to be free. And you were married very young. Okay, I'm having a vision of definitely you're married very young. And a lot of you guys really had to focus on this love life, okay? So this was during a time where if you were a feminine in this past life, you know, back in the time of war, the woman always stayed at home while the men went off to war, okay? You guys were definitely in a karmic relationship that was very toxic. This person tried to keep you bound. This was your husband, this was your wife, but I feel like this is more of a feminine energy here, okay? You guys were feminines in a past life. You were a mother, and you were bound to your role. You were bound to a role of motherhood. You were bound to this karmic connection, and you could not make a life of your own. But you guys were very, very curious people. There was a desire to like learn about the world around you, especially about astronomy or the sciences. What did I say? You were trapped. 8 of Swords in reverse. You were trapped. You were someone, you were trying to get out of a very toxic relationship with this karmic partner. This person kept you bound. Like they were literally trying to trap you like this. Look. They were trying to keep you from pursuing your dreams. And you were such, I feel like a lot of you guys were Sagittariuses. You were such a free spirit. Again, with that Ace of Wands in reverse, you felt like you couldn't pursue your creativity. You couldn't pursue your dreams. It wasn't that you hated being a mother. You didn't hate being a mother or a wife. It's that your partner, I am getting an energy of your partner being very jealous, being very possessive. Some of you guys were in situations that you allowed this oppression to happen and you couldn't break free, okay? The 8 of Swords in reverse talks about breaking free from an oppressive situation. The Knight of Swords in reverse talks about, you know, trying to break free from someone who is very abusive to you. Yeah, and a lot of you guys were in a situation where maybe you didn't have a lot of money. There was a lot of fear as well. There was a lot of fear. There was a lot of illusion around you. And you didn't have money. And this is what kept you stuck in this relationship. But you had so many dreams. You guys were dreamers. So I'm intuitively picking up that you may even have a lot of issues surrounding trust and partners because of this. It's like you may have issues of running from relationships past life. Yes, there was a lot of secrets. There was a lot of oppression, especially when it came to your 4th house energy. Your 4th house is about your home, what makes you feel secure. There was secrets. The secrets were probably abuse and neglect, or just your husband or your wife overpowering you. I would say your husband, because, or the masculine energy in this past life. You are bound to a specific way of doing things with that 11th house. The 11th house is the house of friendships and community, and society's kind of rule over you. So you were such in remember I said Uranus energy? I'm really going to pick up some Uranus energy. This is Uranus energy, Aquarius. You guys were dreaming of moving into a place where you can educate yourself, where you could have expanded your dreams, but love always kept you in prison. So how is this affecting you now? How is this past life affecting you now? How's your past life affecting you now? Wow. Whoa. Oh my goodness. A lot of you guys are going to have to work through codependency. There is an energy here because of your past life. Some of you guys may try to, this is what you shouldn't do. You're sacrificing your passion, your desires for other people, because this is a past life agreement. This was a karmic contract that you made in the past. This is what you are trying to break out of. Overgiving, codependence, a lack of security in yourself. Check your North Node, you guys. I almost feel like you may have a North Node in Aries. What are you learning? What is the karmic lesson now? Pile 2. You're learning how to balance, especially with this 3 of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. You're learning how to really bring into balance your independence and your sense of community. Your current life purpose is to blend in a mix of your independence and your community. Not allowing yourself to become too dependent on either or. You guys in this pile, you will definitely end up maybe marrying late with that Lovers in reverse. Again, love is not going to be a priority for you because you fear intimacy. Because of your past life, you still feel that fear on a soul level. That's your karma. You're trying to clear is to become more trusting of the person that you fall in love with. There's a deep fear of commitment, whether you know it or not. And if you don't think so, if you tend to fall in love with unrequited love, like people who don't love you back, that is a fear of intimacy. We don't realize that. A lot of the time we fall in love with people who don't fall in love with us because we have a fear of intimacy. We're just attracting what we feel inside, whether we know it or not. It's a tough one. So confidence in moving ahead. Again, your purpose is to really stand alone, to stand tall, okay, to stand tall. Some of you guys may not have children in this lifetime, or it's not a priority in this lifetime because of your past life agreement. But your sole purpose in this mission is to be very confident and to move with confidence. Don't let anyone stop you, okay? That's like Aries energy for me. All right. Beautiful. Let me know if that resonates, you guys. So that is your past life and what you're learning about yourself. Pile. All right, pile 3. Let's see what your past life is all about, pile 3. Ooh. Okay. Whew. Yeah, pile 3. Some of you guys were abandoned or you were orphaned at a very young age in your most recent life. There's a lot of wounds surrounded being left. You may feel this on a soul level, okay? You may remember not having enough and feeling alone. So that word alone may even trigger you. when you hear it, because on a soul level, you remember having to do things on your own. But the thing is, for this pile in particular, you actually became, I'm feeling you became pretty famous in your past life, or you had a lot of status despite a really rough start in the beginning of your last incarnation, okay? Your past life, pile 3. Definitely had issues financially. You were left out in the cold. Past life, pile 3. I feel like you learned how to kind of manipulate the system in order to get what you needed to get in order to survive. And you were actually very intuitive. You were actually very psychic. Yeah, you guys were definitely very spiritual and in tune with nature. You guys already had the gift of prophecy. So what I'm seeing for pile 3 is that throughout your childhood, you may have been abandoned and left out in the cold. So you had to learn how to survive. There was a lack of finances here is what I'm getting. I am getting an energy of a lot of karma surrounding money as well. A lot of you had gifts as a high priestess or a high priest. There's a strong spiritual gift. Some of you guys have a soul that has incarnated since biblical times, like Mesopotamia, like, you know, the Holy Land kind of days, right? Like those are the energies I'm picking up here. You definitely were homeless. You were definitely someone who spent a majority of your time out in the streets trying to survive, but you learned so much about yourself. Through this isolation, through your abandonment, through your energy of being left out in the cold, you learned how to connect with your higher power. You learned how to connect with nature as a source of faith and wisdom, and you still carry this to this day. I feel like you made friends very easily with animals as well. You have a close relationship to animals, this pile. But despite this, you made a lot of money. Like you were able to, it's like the rags to riches story in your past life, okay? I feel like despite a very rocky start, you learned how to build yourself. You learned how to build yourself from nothing. Past life. Pile. Exactly. As a child, that 5th house. Some of you guys were Cancers in your past life. There was so many lessons. There were so many lessons in this past life energy, but you had a strong Jupiter placement where no matter how hard life got for you, you always had what you needed. You always survived. You always made it. And towards the end of your life, you really gained a lot of public recognition and success despite your hardships. You also knew how, because of your ability to survive in the streets or to survive alone, you really learned how to wear different masks. You're very chameleon-like in this life. You'll notice your soul still remembers how to be very different. Like you're very Gemini-ish. You know how to navigate your own energy. You know how to step into a room full of you know, people that maybe other folks would be intimidated to be around, but you know how to hold your own, is what I'm getting. Oh, I'm getting an energy. Some of you guys are definitely into music. There's a strong inclination to the arts, is what I'm getting. Some of you have a current incarnation of doing something creative from an extension of your past life. So you're going to be very in tune with your creativity. Past life energy, pile 3. Yeah, look at that. Yes. Past life. A lot of pain, abandonment, healing, past life energy. Some of you guys lost your father and your family in general. Yeah. You were left out at a very young age with that Six of Wands. The Six of Wands in this deck is more about a childhood for me, more about children than actual public recognition. So I'm reading it intuitively. Yep, poverty, a lack of money, a loss of finances, past life, a loss of family. Damn, you guys went through it. Like, you guys really went through it. But you learned how to shine despite all this pain. You really learned how to step into your power. And you were actually very in tune with your magic, your capabilities. I'm hearing a sorceress. A lot of you guys were very in touch with the divine and your power. You had a strong power. You had a strong ability connected to a special star as well, okay? This incarnation, what are you learning about yourself from your past life? What is your current incarnation about? Wow. Oh my goodness. So power, you guys. A lot of you guys are going to struggle when it comes to power. You guys have been gifted in this life for what you went through in your past with a lot of power. Whether it's psychic power, whether it's power over people's minds. Like, you guys are really strong when it comes to getting in someone's psyche or getting in someone's mind. You guys have a natural ability to do that in this lifetime. With the High Priestess here, again, this is all about magic. This is all about your ability. You guys are tuning into your psychic abilities, your witchy abilities that you learned from a past life. Your current incarnation is about power and how you express this power, because you had such a hard life in your past life. The universe and your guides gifted you the power of the High Priestess energy, but not just the High Priestess energy and the Empress energy of Mother. This is also about, this is the Empress energy, you guys, but it does look like the High Priestess to me. It's still about power. You'll notice throughout your current incarnation, you'll naturally fit into a place of leadership and a place where you can command attention. So the gift is power over other people, but how are you going to use this power? How are you going to choose to use this power? This is the gift and the curse, because the Creator is watching you, and your current incarnation is to do something humanitarian with this power. Despite not having a lot in your past, now it's about, you've been through so much. All these wands represent all your past life energies of being a warrior, of having to sacrifice for yourself, having to fight for yourself. The gift is your power. Your power of your psychic abilities, your power of your mind, your power to be a seducer. Some of you are seductive as fuck. Like, you get what you want, like this. Male or female. The power of being able to manifest whatever you want in your life with your mind. Look at that. Like, you write it down and you let, like, God just take it, and it just, boof, it happens for you. You have so much power. How are you going to use it? Some of you guys are tempted to be very deceptive throughout life. You've been very tempted with that Emperor card. You know, you've been given the power to really rule over other people. How will you use it with that Five of Swords? Your purpose is to, with this Queen of Wands energy in reverse, some of you guys might be Leos, is how do you defend yourself without being cruel? Because a lot of you guys were also gifted the power to be very, very vindictive. Like, I shouldn't say gifted, but you have the gift to psychically attack someone if you wanted to. But the universe is saying, despite us giving you the power that you always wanted this power in your past life, how are you going to use it now? You guys are leaders. You need to work for yourself. I don't care. You need to make it happen for yourself. And you need to own your own business. The Creator is gifting you the blessings that you need to make this happen. You will always have good luck on your side. You have a strong Jupiter placement that will always bless all your endeavors if you wanted to. You manifest. You're very witchy. You can command attention. You get anyone you want, anything you want. But again, free will. How are you going to use it? This is amazing. Your current life is about accruing and clearing karma. You're accruing good karma and clearing out the bad. So you have to make the right decisions. This is saying the Wheel of Fortune is about free will. How are you going to weave your own fate in this current life? You make your decision, okay? I hope that resonated with you guys. Thank you so much. Mwah. Bye.